Hello Pisces, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, the acting Aquarian for the month of February. We are honoring all our Aquarius peeps and wishing them all a very happy birthday. So I love getting dressed up and having a little fun with these readings. So here I am all dolled up in costume. This is Blazer the Morky and we are bringing you your February monthly reading. Today we'll be doing that yummy Celtic cross spread. I will have a card for your overall energy and an oracle card at the end. These are general readings, so please keep that in mind. Take only what resonates. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node readings for additional context and texture. I won't get into all the details of the description, but be sure to check out the description below. There are links to personal readings and many other things. I would like to welcome all of my new subscribers and say hello, welcome to Creators on the Crest. Please enjoy, have fun, make yourself comfortable. Check out the lives. I'm live every Friday. I'm live every other Sunday. We're having a lot of fun in those environments as well. We would love to have you there. Please like, share, comment. Let a friend know about my channel. Blaze loves to provide a little bit of entertainment too, so you have to be an animal lover to be a subscriber. That's a requirement. You have to love Blaze. All right, let's go ahead and get your overall energy, Pisces. I have to put my glasses on, otherwise I cannot see these lovely cards very well. Okay, Pisces, you got the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening into love. Oh, Pisces, February conflict. What? Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. I do love that energy of softening into love. We're going to hold that knowledge and wisdom in our heart as we work through this Celtic cross. Your current energies that you're showing me are related to the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to something, some resources, some finances. Some of you may be saving. Some of you might be being a little more particular with your spending right now, whereas before maybe you were spending out of emotional imbalance. Okay, you might have been spending out of emotional imbalance. You are now possibly coming back into, some of you may have been spending out of like an emotional pull, like retail therapy kind of thing, and you're pulling back in and saying, hey, I gotta get a handle on this. The challenging energy with that is stopping yourself. You've got the Ten of Wands. Some of you may be overworking as well, but you're definitely holding on too tight to something and it's starting to drag you down and feel like a burden. Now, I wonder if what some of you are holding on to with the Ten of Wands being here is that anger, is that conflict. Are you having trouble forgiving someone, Pisces? That could be the case. And sometimes, you know, we do need a moment just to be able to be angry. We're not going to deny anger and say that it's not a valid emotion, but at the same time, it does yearn to be processed. And usually there is more underneath the surface. Let's see what's under the surface for you. Your needed focus is the Two of Swords. You're really confused about maybe how to let this go or how to move through this energy. I would say the anger to you feels like, here you are, you're Pisces, you're the river flowing, and somebody comes and puts a dam, and then the water cannot flow, you know, through the dam, or it gets very, you know, the dam will prevent only but a little bit going through, right? And so it's an unnatural feeling for you. Okay, this could be a little rough happening in the month of February, right? At least it's a short month. At least you have that to lean on there. Looking at the energies of the past, you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is feeling good about a place that you had got to with your finances, with your resources. I'm wondering if some of you maybe are angry because of a scam. Some of you may have gotten scammed, or someone may have tried to scam you and you figured it out, but that scammy kind of energy comes in. The good news is perhaps that's in the past, and moving into the future, we have the Six of Cups. This is the softening to love that came up in that Great Severing, the overall energy. You're definitely going to be detaching your emotional state, your flow, and everything from whatever has made you angry, whether it be like a scam or a person who did you wrong. Maybe someone stole from you. If they didn't steal actual money, maybe they stole energy or stole your trust in some way, shape, or form. The good news is, in the future energies that you'll be moving into throughout the month, that's where the softening is going to happen. So not to worry, Pisces, you are going to move past this anger. In your place of embodied empowerment, you're taking it back to the Seven of Pentacles. This is a time of resting and nurturing your soul, your energy, the seeds that you're going to be planting. If someone is taken from you, you may feel like you have 2 steps back. For some of you, Pisces, you could have lost something in a recent fire or hurricane or something like that, a natural disaster. Very much that energy of like anger, but you don't know where do you'd give the universe the finger if you knew where to point it, kind of thing, right? But what do you do with this anger? That may be why, because it might have been like a natural disaster or something out of your control entirely and out of anyone's control, right? It may have been one of those forces, like too big. If it's not one of those forces, it sure feels like it, right? It's big to you, and if it's big to you, then that's important, and we're going to validate how you feel about that, okay? In your support and allies, you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is the anger and is the conflict, so you have some support around you. I feel like it's support from the other side coming in, someone that had a similar temperament to you in life, but they do feel like they've passed on. This could be an ancestor that you're even unaware of, but you may just feel them kind of really having your back or watching over your shoulder just to help you with this time frame, with this anger. I do feel like you have some support there because it does feel like you're a bit in the lion's den and kind of fighting your way out. In fact, this ancestor could be a Leo or have Leonian energy. So for the environment, you get the Knight of Pentacles. You have slowed things down. We saw that with the Seven of Pentacles. It's making you feel more empowered to just pause, to consider the seeds that you're going to plant, to take a look at the pentacles that are still in place and what is growing. A great time for a gratitude practice for you. That will help ease and soften into love from some of the anger and conflict that you've been dealing with. This feels like it's going to be a little slower going, but I also feel like you're going to move through it in the month. It's not something that's going to stick with you all the way till the end. In your hopes and fears, you have the Unknown card. Now, this is a bonus card in this Crystal Visions Tarot deck. That shows me that you're hoping for something much different than what you've been dealing with in this ordeal, but you don't yet know what that is. So you don't yet know where to focus your manifestation energies, and that's okay. I think there's some level of trust that has to play into this month for you, that has to play into these energies. The potential outcomes, so as we come to the month end of February, you get the High Priestess. Your intuition's back online. You're back in alignment with your inner wisdom. You're feeling much more balanced. You're feeling prepared. Much more prepared for the next steps. Okay, let's see if we can go a little deeper into this. Let's clarify this Four of Pentacles, Pisces. I need to get a sip of tea too. Okay. I love tea, y'all. It is so good. I always special order my teas. I don't buy like the box brands. I get organic, and when you can actually experience the tea leaves, I don't know why this is coming up. Some of you may read tea leaves or may be interested in tea leaf readings. I know I have a friend that was practicing that, and it's so interesting. So I don't know, I'm just getting that. Some of you may be tea people, and cheers to you, and happy tea time. Okay, for the Four of Pentacles, you get the Knight of Pentacles and the World. Yes, you're really dealing with this energy of knowing that you need to hold on, but you want to free up that tightening. And I think it has to do with the anger and possibly having something taken from you, your finances, a resource of some kind that was important to you. Some of you could be having like your car broke down perhaps, and you're having trouble getting around. You're having to rely on a friend. Some of you may have lost your apartment or where you were living, and so you're in alternative living conditions. There's been some sort of ending here, and you're still reeling from it, but you are trying to be strategic. You are trying to put your focus on, okay, how can I move forward? That's why I said the gratitude practice is really going to help you out here. It will help you with that softening, because I know that's the energy you're trying to move into. Let's look at this 10 of Wands. For others of you, maybe you have a new boss at work and they don't value your gifts and talents, and so you don't trust them. There may be a trust issue with someone here. So if you're not having like some sort of big loss, or you didn't get scammed or lose property of some kind, this could be your energy that you're fighting for here. Let's look at this 10 of Wands. Clarified by the 6 of Wands and the Magician. So since the 10 of Wands is like the burden, I think it's the burden of anger for you. And I'm going to call your reading the burden of anger, because I do believe this is big for you. Pisces does not like to hold on to things like this. And for some reason, you've kind of been forced to hold on to this, or you've been forced to deal with circumstances that relate to this, and it's been quite frustrating. But the good news is we've got the 6 of Wands and the Magician coming up over the challenge. You're really being encouraged to utilize the different elements. So I would start with water, since it is your element. It's what you're most comfortable with, and you're feeling a certain way here. These feelings first must be acknowledged. Yep, there it is. It's coming up in burps now, okay? The energy wants to move. The water is going to move it. So when we talk about softening to love as well, that's water, that's cups energy, that's your emotions. Acknowledge your emotions. You have the 6 of Wands here. That is feeling celebratory. That's that gratitude practice I was talking about that's going to help release this burden of anger. Start with the water element. I'm going to tell you here, we're going to do water, fire, swords, and then pentacles. Okay, water, fire, swords, and pentacles. That's water, fire, air, and earth. There we go. Water, fire, air, and earth in that order. So that will be cups, wands, swords, pentacles. Work with the elements. What does each of those symbols mean to you? What do each of those elements feel like to you, Pisces? And the more you unwind that, the less the burden will become. But start with water. Water will get you kicked off. I know that may not be the traditional alchemical order, but it's the order, it's the order of your flow right now. So we got to go with what you're telling me here. We're going to trust your intuition, and we're going to trust your emotions. Very good indicators for you. For your needed focus, the 2 of Swords is clarified by the Death card and the 3 of Swords. This is for those of you who have had a major loss or been scammed out of property or money or taken advantage of somehow. You're moving through it, and there's pain here. You're going to have to deal with the pain. So under the anger's kind of on the surface, but we have pain. Some of you, especially if this was personal, someone that you thought you could trust has betrayed your trust. That's why we have the 3 of Swords here. It feels more personal to your heart. This is causing a transformation, but it's not the kind of transformation that we put ourselves through. It's triggered or activated by something that happens around us, and I think that's why your initial instinct is to close off, hold on. When we close off in the 2 of Swords energy, we do hold on to whatever emotion we were feeling when we closed off, and for you it was anger. You need a moment to work through this. You need a moment to pull these swords out, because the sting is fresh, even though you're moving into the better energies. We also have Scorpio showing up here, so I'll just mention that. A fellow water sign. That could have been somebody you trusted that did you wrong. Could also be Scorpio energy in your own chart coming up. Maybe you have Mars. Some of you might have Mars in Scorpio. That would be an interesting mix. A Pisces sun, moon rising or north node, and then a Mars in Scorpio. Woo! I wouldn't want to be around you when you're angry. I wouldn't want to be the target of your anger, that's for sure. Okay, Pisces, I just had the nose was itching, the nose was running, the cough was coming. A lot of energies here as I'm tuning into your past. So this is when you had the Nine of Pentacles, you had this stability. It's clarified by the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. You were planning something. You were planning something with the resources that you had or the energy you had. I'm really having a lot of trouble, Pisces, tuning into your past energy because you really were in a stable place. You had plans. You were trying to make plans, and then these pentacles got taken away from you. Your resources got taken away, your energy, your time. Some of you, it could have been a health crisis or a surgery that was needed or something like that. But you had your sights set on something and you were moving forward, and the Wheel of Fortune, the wheels of fate came in and turned a different direction. Oh my. Very connected to something that not only you had forward vision and focus on, but your heart was connected to it. And I think that's what's caused so much pain here, is because you could see it. You know, you were envisioning it. Maybe you're really working on manifesting something and it just got totally sidetracked. Let's look at this Six of Cups energy here. You get the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. That is a lot of sixes here. Cups, Pentacles, and Swords. What you can look forward to as you move further into the month of February is that you are going to feel that softness. It will also come along with more extended periods of feeling calm, your nervous system being relaxed. If you do have a meditative or a yoga practice, or you like to swim, something that brings you relaxation, that would be really important to engage in. That will help shorten the duration of the anger, and it will help soften into this loving energy. Another sign that you're on the right track will be that there will be some sort of nice exchange, like you will receive a gift, or you will feel called to maybe release something to someone else. There'll be a really nice exchange there, okay? I really like these energies. These are all feeling like accomplishment energies, and they all feel softer, more loving, more in your natural energies. Let's look at the Seven of Pentacles that you have here in this place of empowered embodiment, Pisces. You got Three of Wands and the King of Swords. It's really interesting what I'm seeing here. By returning from the Nine of Pentacles where you were before the scam or the loss or whatever it was happened, right? Moving back into the Seven of Pentacles and just really focusing on gratitude and nurturing is actually then going to place you in the Three of Wands. So when you are working with that fire element, you will be one step ahead of where you were in the past when it comes to seeing your passion or your action actualized. And that's going to become very clear to you with this King of Swords here. Like, it will be as clear as a bell, but not unless you're in that energy, surrendering into gratitude and nurturing, and let me steady as she goes. Let me see if I just can be with this energy for a moment. It's actually going to take you a step further than you were before. So it may feel like a setback, but it's actually still moving forward and going to bring you into a better place of being aligned with your actions. So maybe it's from the gift or exchange of this person that's really going to help you. Be open to that. Remain open. For the Five of Wands, in your place of support and allies, you got the Hermit and the Eight of Swords. Yes, it's been important, Pisces. Your sacred ancestors, your holy medicine people, your guides, the energies that you feel around you that support you, both living and non-living. Wow, they're really coming through telling me the importance of your greater being is receiving an upgrade of some kind here. And it's through this anger, conflict, and the release of that that's also going to release some of the self-imposed restrictions that maybe you've been carrying in your subconscious. So without even knowing it, you're doing the subconscious work along with everything here. And you're going to be able to navigate your future trail so much better, with so much more wisdom and ease than before. The Hermit is like the master magician. So the Hermit to me is a confirmation that you took my advice. You worked with the elements, you worked with the symbols of the tarot there. The cups, the wand, the swords, the pentacles, you know, water, fire, air, earth, right? You did that, and you're coming into a much greater knowing within yourself, and your greater being in collaboration with the energies that support you the most in this life are all putting an exclamation point on that for you. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles in your environment. The Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, how interesting. So this tells me that right now, in this moment, when you catch this reading, there's stress. You're losing sleep. You're stressed out. Could even be for some of you a little bit of paranoia about things, nightmares, headaches, things like that. And part of it is because you still are in the energy of the Nine of Pentacles from your past. But you're being moved forward. The wheel is turned, but some of the residual energies are still in your environment now. Maybe some of you are stuck, a bit stuck, or feeling a bit stuck. Some of you are a bit stuck trying to recreate things exactly as they were before, instead of letting something new come out. The Knight of Pentacles comes up with a new strategy, however. So there's something in your environment that is leading you to strategize a new strategy, but there's a part of you that is tied to the old energies here. So do be aware of that. There's something around you in your physical environment that is affecting that. Something that you may be holding on to that may be preventing you from taking those steps forward. So check on that. Let's look at this unknown card in your hopes and fears. You got the Ten of Wands and the High Priestess. Remember, you had the Ten of Wands in your challenge. You have this fear that this anger, that this conflict, this frustration is going to be around forever. Okay, you're feeling like, oh my gosh, this is my burden to bear. This is my cross to bear. I'm gonna have to carry this for life. Not the case. You've got the High Priestess here and the High Priestess in the potential future outcome here by the end of the month. And so if you focus on your hopes and you focus on where you want to be in this beautiful High Priestess energy, balanced, all-knowing. She has both knowledge and wisdom. She is highly, highly intuitive. When we soften into love and we're in those loving vibes, the intuition comes back online. So even though the future, quote unquote, is unknown and the energies are constantly in motion and things are changing, there's some themes here for you. And one is a theme of burden, and that's connected to fear. And one is a theme of intuition and balance and knowing and trusting that everything is going to be exactly as it should be. And that is the theme of your hopes. That's the one I would go with there. That's the one that I would carry through with. Let's look at the High Priestess in the potential outcome. You get the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So yes, there is a new physical world beginning. Whatever has been lost pentacle-wise will be reborn, will be reforged, will be reestablished. You may have to put in a little work. We're going to be realistic here, right? We're moving from the 7 to the 8. We're going to come back to the 9 of Pentacles, but we're going to come back. You're creating a new 9 of Pentacles, okay? You've built something in the past. It got torn down for one reason or another. You're going to build back, but it's going to be different this time. So let it be new. Welcome the new. Be grateful for what has been to this point, but also be grateful for the future that you can trust. Pisces, let's get you a card from the Fairy Dust Oracle to close off your reading today. I love these cards. They're just super fun and light. They put the icing on the cake and the cherry on top, and you get celebrate. The time is right to shout out loud. Don't hesitate to jump around. Yes, so celebrate. That's part of that gratitude. And maybe some of you do need to do a little dance. Maybe some of you need to have a little dance party for yourself. And maybe you start with stomping and drumming and get some of that anger out. And then change the music. Change the music. Then get upbeat. Maybe get some of that energy. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. And then turn it into soft music and take yourself back down to calm and serene, right? Have a little fun with this. Fairies would encourage you to play and be kind of mischievous and fun with yourself here. And as you're moving through a heavy energy or emotion like anger, it's going to be important to do so. Pisces, what an incredible reading. Thank you so much for joining today. I will see you next time.